one of the things is that when Ashley was living in San Francisco, she got the Siamese cat. And then she moved to Australia and lived in Australia for 4 years, so she couldn't take the cat with her.
Why is it still Siamese?
I don't know.
They don't call them Thai cats.
I don't know. It's called it's Siamese cat.
Like the name changed, right?
Is that what Siam was?
Siam became Thailand.
I believe so.
Is
but
that right?
They kept the Siamese.
I can't keep up with them when they change like Tripoli, like when they change or the
Tripoli's a city.
Ottoman Empire and stuff like that.
New
You
Amsterdam.
can't keep up with the Ottoman Empire. They might be giants wrote a song about it. If that helps you out at all.
I just can't keep up with all all the Eastern European countries that change names all the time.
So you had a Siamese cat.
Like you can't say Czechoslovakia.
Well, it's not. That's 2 countries now.
It's a Czech Republic and what?
Slovakia.
No, that's not true.
Yeah,
Is that what they did?
that's absolutely
split
true.
It used to be
on the map, everything was covered by
Czechoslovakia, and then now it's Czech
Please tell me
Republic.
Slovakia is
It's
to
like
the east of the Czech Republic, is it?
I don't know.
Did they really cut the
No, I
north
think
down the middle?
I think Czech Republic's west of Slovakia.
It'd be great if they named all their cities that way. Where do you live? I live in Z. It's like,
I live in Amer.
They took the map so
I
literally.
live about 45 miles southeast of K.
What if the aerial view, where it says Czech Republic on the thing, if that was built into the landscape, that'd be great.
That would be so awesome. They burned it in. Anyway, so we went to go get Ashley's cat because it had lived with her dad the 4 years she lived in Australia.
What's the cat's name?
Nutmeg.
Okay.
And this is different
That's
to the
important.
cat.
Nutmeg.
Different to the cat from Australia.
Yeah, the cat from Australia passed away, unfortunately.
That's sad.
One of the first dates that I ever went on with Ashley, I went to visit her in San Francisco, and her cat died that day that I showed up.
Oh,
That's a funny story.
that's a funny story.
It sounds hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
Ashley's solution to the cat dying, which was very sad, was I'm very sad and I don't want to deal with this, so I'm gonna get completely hammered. Like literally, it's like the drunkest I've ever seen.
That's what
her.
I would do.
Yeah.
If I found out little Lloyd had died.
It sounds like something you would do.
Yeah.
She was having a company Christmas party that night when she worked at IGN.
Oh wow.
And she went get completely drunk. I'll tell you the story some other time. Anyway, so we went to go get this cat from her dad, Nutmeg, and we bring Nutmeg back. We were smart. We planned ahead. We got her mom got sedatives to give the cat to get on the plane and go. But the cat just like was a pro at like taking the sedative and everything's great. Hold its mouth closed for like a minute. All right, let it go. Cat walks about 2 feet away. Tweet, spits out half the pill. So I'm not even sure it got fully sedated. What it did do, and you can relate to this, Gus, what it did do is it waited till we got on the plane, and then it shit all over itself.
Did you? Wow.
It was horrible, dude. It was horrible. It even it had great timing because it was like we're flying along, and all of a sudden everything's fine. It's like, so check on the cat. How is it? It's great. Ding, seatbelt comes on. Nobody get up. Turbulence. Catch. So we were trapped in the seat. So was it cat?
No.
Was it a scared poo or was it like a spiteful poo? Like, I'm going to poo all over myself on purpose now.
Listen, before we decline and have a whole conversation like we did with you the other day, it was horrendous.
So it wasn't solid, I'm
It was
guessing.
an anxiety poo, to say the
no.
least.
So was
Did
this
you hear about the flight that got diverted?
Yeah, yeah.
There was a service animal on a flight. It was flying cross country, and the service animal took a shit twice in the aisle, and the smell was so bad they had to divert the plane.
and like clean it? Yeah.
They had to make the plane land, bring a cleaning crew on, and they had to kick the service animal and the owner off.
Oh my god! So it was like a seeing eye dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
That must be so...
That's
Oh, I can't imagine being the cause of a plane diversion.
But I mean, ours was like everyone around us was like.
Were you in coach or were you in first class? Where were you?
I actually, because I used miles, I had a first class seat and I traded back with the people that were sitting next to Ashley. It was 2 flights, and so I traded back on both flights. I was like, yeah, I'll take your first class seat. So I traded back from first class to literally to shitty coach. With this stinky.
So was the cat like in your lap or like was it under the seat in front of you? Like how did you?
That'd be horrible. Then it's the cat crapping on me.
No, but
it was
I know
in
it was a carrier. But I mean,
Yeah.
was a carrier sitting on your lap or where did you have
And
the carrier?
They make you put it under the seat.
Okay.
That's
So
what
how
they
do you
So
travel?
the service animal was flying from L.A. to Philadelphia, and they had to divert in Missouri.
Kansas City, right?
I don't know where, but yeah, there it is. You're seeing
If
the
you're watching,
animal and the dog.
if you're watching the stream, there's a photo of the dog in the
People
middle.
started dry heaving. A couple of people threw up. The first time was bad. The second time, people said, "You've got to get us out of here.
Gavin-
This is nasty."
Gavin, just think of that smell because it's all recycled air, and so it's just gonna keep kicking up and just get worse and worse. And it's probably hot in there too because it's the middle of summer. You know those planes. There's not much cloud cover, so.
Oh my! This is a quote from a passenger. It was the worst smelling blowout I've ever smelled. it wasn't little pieces. It was full-fledged dog diarrhea.
Oh my god.
Full-fledged dog diarrhea.
what do
The
you
trash
do?
can's right there if you need
can't
it.
do anything about it. I mean, it's like there's nothing that can be done. Do you want the trash can?
Christ alive.
Oh man.
Fucking terrible. Yeah, I can't imagine what that's like.
But hey, listen, I was at the time I was with Ashley. I was like, it's like, don't worry about it. You know, things happen. You know, it's not.
Cats are not made to travel, man.
No, cats aren't made to do anything.
I've had a dog for a year now, and that dog loves being in the car. Loves to just like sit in the back, putting its head out the window, bouncing around. I put my 2 cats in my car, from my house to my parents' house just to move them out of the way while we're trying to sell our house. They shit twice and peed on the wall. It's like, all right, that's great.
And the whole time they do
on the inside of the car.
horrible panting that they do.
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
anxiety panting. She did that the whole way to the airport in the car.
Oh,
Whenever I have to travel with my wife and my 2 dogs, one of my dogs I don't know, he's like kind of weird in the car. He's okay when I'm driving, but if my wife's driving, he like tries to take the steering wheel from her. Like he paws at it, like he's trying to take control. So whenever we drive somewhere, I have to make my wife sit in the back seat, and I put the dog in the front passenger seat and shotgun. They found a picture of it already somehow.
That's an asshole-looking dog, right?
And he just like looks back at her the whole time from the front seat.
So you drive your wife around like a chauffeur, and the dog gets the front seat.
The dog gets the front seat.
How does she feel about that?
We'll put that in the linked up if you listen to the audio podcast.
Yeah, she's not happy about it. She's like, I can't believe you make me sit in the back seat so the dog can sit up front with you. Like, he just likes it. He's calm up here.
That's horrible.
Wow.
Jeff walked in on a situation in his house last week where
He came into work about an hour late.
his
first
dog
of
is
all.
quite large, and
What kind of dog does he have?
it's a bull terrier,
One of the like
Really, a terrier?
the pointed head dogs.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Spuds McKenzie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and big dumps. And he came down to find his Roomba cleaning the house. It had just driven over a turd and smeared it all around the floor.
How come there's no detector for that?
all on the rug, and then apparently, like, because it hit the front, it would crash into the walls, and it put shit all over the walls as well.
That's awful.
all I found-
what did it do to the Roomba?
Oh, he had to destroy it. I came in. The Roomba was upside down on the kitchen in about 19 pieces, soaking wet. Apparently, he just put it outside and hosed it because it was like, I don't even know where to start.
And he's got an expensive Roomba too. That's the 550. I think it's like a $700. No, it's like $500 Roomba.
I think that's the most expensive one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Those things are awesome. Though.
He put it back together, and when he turned it back on, the text on the screen just said rest.
Rest.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Retired.
Dude, Roombas. Whoever invented Roombas is a genius. Those things are the best thing ever.
It'd be cool if there was a robot poop scooper, though.
Yeah.
You know, for a long
I
time.
just hope the Roomba, if all these machines we have in our life, one of them is gonna become sentient at one point, right?
They've got a lawnmower. They've got a lawnmower Roomba where you can basically set like lines and it just hit a button and it'll mow your yard for you.
Well, that's the same as a lawnmower tied to a pole. It's the same thing. Isn't it?
Yes,
That could only go in a circle though.
and it winds up though. He's right. It would wind up and work
As
its
it
way
goes
in.
around, it gets closer.
If you had
Is that
if you
a
had a
thing,
circle
Gavin?
backyard.
Or did you just invent that on the fly?
I think I've seen
No, that's the
I've seen
thing.
a video of that.
People do that all the time.
fucking A. I would
You just
totally
set
do
it
that.
going and walk away.
I used to use my Roomba as an alarm clock.
Yeah.
Because like an alarm clock, you can hit snooze, Like I set my Roomba to go off at like the time I want to wake up every day, and then it starts going. You're like, I have to fucking get out of bed and stop
Yeah.
this thing, and it's the best way to get you out of
So
bed.
you stop it?
No, I would then I'd get up to stop it. Like fuck, I'm already up.
Yep.
It
And
tricks you.
The crazy thing about the Roomba is like you could clean your floor like perfectly, like it looks pristine. Hit the Roomba, let it go for 30 minutes, and it'll have a full bin full of trash.
Yeah, it finds
It's like-
invisible dust.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's great.
I just wanted to climb up the walls and ceiling. I think that'd be.
I
the
can't.
next
I can't
step.
have one in my house.
Why?
It's just there's no part of my house that's level like that.
Just get a bunch of Roombas.
Well, my bathroom isn't level. It's like a step, probably that big. Roomba just goes straight up.
It goes up over a step.
Yeah.
It goes up.
Yeah.
Oh. You know that step that goes from my kitchen to my back area?
Yeah.
About 4 inches or so.
Look at that.
I go over that?
Maybe.
Give it a go.
I'm fucking.
You can make a little ramp. You can make a little slope
Now
right
I don't
there.
want one after that. That's horrible. I just hope that Roomba became sentient, right. That's the moment. It's like, oh my god, I'm alive. What does life mean?
It was just like leant over, vomiting in the corner, just like
And then some
throwing up
dude
dust.
comes down and what the fuck, chows it off and kills it.
No.
Welcome to the human
Roomba.
experience. This is what it's like to fly from LA to Philadelphia. You just got diverted to Missouri.
It'd be funny if you had
Should have
to.
gone to college, bitch.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I forgot.
Oh,
Nice.
never mind.
So, Sorry.
No,
Gus?
you go ahead.
I was gonna say Immersion came out last week. The final episode of Immersion.
You guys got awkward as fuck.
What? I was gonna start talking.
I
we
had nothing. I
talked
was
over each
going
other.
to stall and then come up with something. I was like,
There you
whatever
go.
Jack
And
does
I've
better.
got something for Immersion came out last week. Trials Immersion came out.
I think I told you about this, but where an electric car, when you put it in drive and you take your foot off the gas, nothing happens. Like the car just sits there.
Yeah, you're talking about the creep.
Yeah, and so then the people said, well, I'm missing my car, like my gas car. When I took my foot off the brake, the car had like an idle speed that would like push it forward at like a mile or 2 miles an hour. So like if you're at a red light taking a right, you can take your foot off the brake and ease forward and just kind of like creep up and look around the cars that are next to you to see if you can go right on red, which is totally legal in the U.S. So they told that the engineers said, okay, well, we'll just add that in. They wrote that feature. They called it the creep feature, and you can turn it on in your dashboard. And so now when you turn on creep and you take your foot off the brake, the car creeps forward. And then the engineers just push that feature out to all the cars
So cool.
in the driveways.
Creep mode doesn't give your car like a little pencil-thin mustache.
My Tesla now plays an ice cream truck tune. I can just roll around the neighborhood of
Creep mode. I mean, come on, man.
So
Surely they could have come up with something cooler.
have you had
can
any
make an
new
episode of
features?
Let's Build.
Is that the last feature? Nice.
Sorry. But I think it's cool. Like the first time they did that, I thought, oh, I'm too nervous about it. It's gonna fucking break everything in my car.
Yeah.
But
That Dragon 2 unveiling was really fast.
Yeah, it was fast.
It was like a 10-minute presentation.
yeah. It was.
But somehow
good,
today the Apple one was like 2 hours.
It was
or
like
something.
2
Oh my
hours
god,
long.
I tried watching that for a little while, and when they started going on about how the new OS had new beautiful icons, I was like, "Fuck this!" What? I was like, "What?" Seriously, in my head, I was like, "What the fuck?
Well, no,
pile of shit am I watching?" These assholes can't fucking put together an update that will not crash a computer that sits over there and runs this whole stream, but they have new flat icons. Congratulations. Steve Jobs is probably rolling over in his goddamn grave about these stupid piece of shit icons. And the fucking operating system doesn't work.
Gus,
Wow.
you get very upset about Apple stuff. Let me tell you something. I fucking agree with you. That company's falling off big time.
It is a fucking pile of shit.
You know what the
Everything they talked
biggest
about-
fucking problem is right now? The biggest problem I've got is, and this would drive Steve Jobs crazy, I know, is on the new fucking iOS, not even new, the latest one on the iPhone.
From like last August.
Yeah.
How the fuck, the shift button, I don't know who designed that. That thing always looks like it's on or off. They designed it so it's perfectly wrong. It always looks like it's the opposite.
It's so ambiguous. I'm always like, is it click? What does that mean? Type. Oh, fuck, it's the wrong one.
It's always the wrong
Every
one.
time it's
And
the
they
wrong
changed it to that to make it more clear for users when it was
one.
shipped.
I
awful.
never had this problem before.
It's awful.
Also, now in mail, I have to read a message twice before it's marked as read.
That'll happen to me. You have to like
happens every
erase it
fucking
twice.
time.
Like,
I
I
haven't
erase
updated-
the reset, then erase again.
I haven't updated my laptop in like 6 months because your mail problem that you had. And I
Yeah.
just refuse to have that problem.
I had to stop using the built-in mail app. I mean,
don't-
they've supposedly patched it 5 times since the fucking operating system came out. Still doesn't work.
Hey, I want to point something out. If you want to find out all the latest information about what happened at WWDC, thank you. That's actually one of Meg's first reports she did for the No.
I hope it was scathing. She can't hear me. She's got her headphones on.
Okay.
Meg's actually she was learning to edit on Premiere today. I don't think she's ever edited on Premiere before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
She has a sweet new iMac that I saw over there.
yeah, iMacs are really cool now that they got the Thunderbolt port.
And they've got incredible icons.
Really
I just want
crisp.
to point that out.
Don't get all mad.
It's all
How's
flat.
the shift key on them? There,
The shift button is on the
System
cord.
preferences
That's the problem.
System preferences is a circle now. Revolutionary. They fucking blew it out of the water. 10.10, fucking get out of my way. I'm fucking first in line.
Did they announce any hardware at all?
No, bullshit. Anything you'd be interested in? No.
Yeah.
None of that.
Well, it's for developers, right? Like they're talking to programmers and people who are making apps and
They
stuff.
would
Like that's
care
the
about
kind
a
of
fucking flat icon?
maybe if that's one of the things that goes into an app. It's like what does the icon
Can
look
they
like?
make their own icons?
Well, see, well, that's
Yeah,
the
you
only-
make your own icon.
Well, they're talking about they were talking about the different sizes of icons. Like they're bigger because they're higher resolution. Like Retina display is a higher resolution. There's more dots in the screen.
Well, they're
so you
already
need that
huge.
shit,
I
They're
gotta
already
drink
huge
now.
icons.
huh?
Like the Find It image is like 2,500 pixels
It's
wide.
also too smiley now.
It's-
They changed it. It's got a giant smile on it. The Finder has always smiled in Mac OS.
Yeah.
But the new one in fucking 10.10, it's too smiley.
this This has overtaken any other conversation as the best conversation to have with a caveman
on, let me-
ever. Why would you even?
I'm gonna look up this fucking icon.
I'm looking at it right now.
My amazing
Smiley
magic
icon.
device is too happy.
It is. It's too smiley. that bugs the shit out of me.
You wouldn't have noticed unless he said something.
Oh, that would bug me. Look at that fucking thing.
It's way
Oh,
smiling. His
smiling.
face looks fatter now.
I think I'm
Oh my god.
It looks weird rounded as
It
well.
does. It looks
like
really
they
weird.
just smushed it around instead of just
I love
cropped
no matter
it.
what Google image search you look up, there's always a picture of boobs somewhere in it. always in the search results. It doesn't matter.
I can't fucking find it. Can you can find it if you want to put it on the screen?
I just put new Finder icon. I hope I'm looking at the same one
Finder icon?
that you're talking
Oh,
about.
that's
it
it.
is.
There it is.
Look how smiley.
It looks retarded. I'm sorry. It looks slow. It looks a little fucked up.
Yeah, that's faster than the other one, right?
That's 3 times the size though.
But I mean, that seems to be the big trend now. Did they give the OS a new name?
Yosemite. It's also too
Yosemite.
many syllables. It's a fucking 4-syllable OS name.
Like Snow Leopard wasn't too many syllables as well, though.
yeah, Mavericks was already bad. At least Mavericks, you can go Mavericks. Fucking 4 syllables, Yosemite. Fuck me. Really?
Now you're just
I'm gonna have to
reaching.
say this all
Now
the time.
you're
No
reaching.
bullshit.
Come on, man.
Bullshit.
is the-
Windows 8. Great. Windows.
You said
8.
Mavericks was too many.
It is. But Mavericks, you can say Mavericks.
You can say
do
10 out of 10?
2-syllable.
What about iOS 8?
Bullshit.
OS X.
At least it's shorter than 7.
At least they call it 10.10. Then they call it X.X.
Also, that pisses me off.
What?
10.10 is 10.1.
What does that mean? Oh, 10.10 is 10.1. You are correct.
No, because they had a 10.1 already.
I know they did.
So
they
you're saying
just
they
had
should
the
have
same thing again.
You're saying they should have 11,
Right, it should be OS 11.
but then they'd have to do something mad, like huge.
You know what? How about they fucking make mail work? That's maybe huge enough
What if that was-
to revolutionize the operating system
It
and
is
warn
true. They went 10.1, .2, .3, .4, .10. They went all the way to .10.
Yeah,
That
they're
doesn't
back.
exist.
Maybe it's like an IP address where it can go all the way up to 255.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Would you prefer, though, they build in room for that? Like, say, this is OS 10.001, just so they can go up to, like, 999 iterations of the iOS?
Is OS
They
10?
just need to go to 11. They've been on 10 forever.
Is it just their brand now, though? Is it like calling? Would it like the next Windows be called Door? Like,
It's
is it too,
OS X,
is it
right?
too much? of a change?
Door.
Like,
I mean, OS X is the Windows operating system, right? Then they get the different versions of OS.
OS X is the Mac operating system.
OS,
sorry, yeah,
OS
sorry.
10.
The
The X is 10.
Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying that maybe that's
Sorry.
become
What are
too
you
much
talking about? You
of a.
talking about Windows or PC? Or
I'm talking about Mac.
I'm out. I'm
Well,
out.
that's what you say. You say like
It's the most confusing conversation.
because you had like Windows 3.1, Windows Vista, Windows XP. So you had all these things. So it's basically like OS X or OS 10. So you have like OS 10.
They could have OS 11.
Snow Leopard. Yeah,
Because
well,
that's what
I'm
they
saying,
used to do. They used to have
Well, that's
OS
what I'm saying.
5, 6, 7.
So they're due, is what you're saying. So
Yes.
they're like Vista, basically.
this would have been
Yeah.
the perfect time to go to 11.
because I already went to
Just
.9.
saying. Because they've already had a 10.1.
They got an Apple campus here. You should just walk up, knock on the door, but excuse me,
fucking
I need
burn
to
it down. I want to check my goddamn email. Is that really
So
that hard?
let me ask you a question. When Google,
By the time the next iPhone comes out, the battery is just a piece of.
Yeah,
turd.
my battery is terrible. Also, like I dropped mine on like gravel and shit. I don't know if I'll be able to do it right now, but it's like I've got these dents. You see like that
Yeah.
chunk missing from my top? It's like so flattened out. My nails aren't very long, but if my nails are long, I can actually hold my phone
Oh, by
just
the
based
by
by
the
that
thing.
little chunk that's missing.
What's
on
your
the top.
phone?
Huh?
what do you have?
5S?
You have a 5S?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I've skipped the whole S
I'm
generation.
so proud of that.
I've never done it. I've never
Wait,
done
so
it.
is that a 5 or is that
It's
a
a
4S?
5.
Oh.
So yeah, Matt,
Well, so-
Matt rocks a 4.
There, look at that.
Ooh.
Just hanging.
Yeah, how does Matt have a 4?
That's the most unimpressive thing I've ever seen in my life. You're
pretty
holding your
fucking-
phone.
it's pretty fucking
It's like a
impressive.
stupid human trick.
It's pretty.
Put it-
look
no,
at
put a
that.
God, we
spoon on
invented
your
a
nose.
video
There.
podcast
It's
for this.
still
Yeah.
there,
Put a spoon on your nose.
and you're still watching it.
My only hope is that Apple will release an update that makes it so we can't do that. Then he'll be back on the
like-
podcast next week. So I'm
Now,
pissed
now,
off.
if they
now
could
we
just-
have flat dents.
I'd love if someone at Apple was watching and they just sent a vibrate to his phone. And knocked it off.
Just finger right off.
Do you think that people like? Do you ever have that? Because we know people that work at some of these services we use. I know people that work at Twitter. You know, I know people that work at Apple. I know people that work at Xbox. Do you ever worry that they're like, let's take a browse to that guy's account? Do you,
Yeah.
ever, do you ever think they do that?
I worry about that with my
Really?
Connect.
Oh my god!
Like, I'm in front of my Connect so often naked
Yeah.
that it signs me in when my knob comes out.
Does it really?
Yeah, it knows my
Like,
penis.
It's like, hello, Gavin.
It knows
Hello,
my
Gavin
penis
Jr.
is
Please tell
me.
me you'll do this. Please do this. register a gamer tag for just your dick so that I don't make friends with it. And that way, I'll know when you sign in that you're naked at your house.
That's amazing.
That's a fucking great
If
idea.
we can get the Connect to recognize.
Yeah, what you do is just
my
like
penis
hold like
as
a poster
face.
board and cover your face.
Yeah.
That way all it sees is your dick.
And say, I wasn't recognized. And then they'll recognize you and then assign a gamer tag to that.
Although to get it to recognize the face, you usually have to wave your hand above your face.
Sure, just-
I'm just do this.
Like if you could wave your hand, get a video of yourself waving your hand. That way it looks really small, like in comparison to your head. Like trying to get it this scale to that size.
Well, you've got homework
See
tonight.
if you make it smile like the new Finder icon. Great. That would make my day.
All right, so what's my dick gamer tag gonna be?
I don't know.
Knob. Gavin's knob.
Gavin's not.
Gav's John Thomas. No, that's gone.
Yeah, they're
Well,
all
that was
been
stupid,
registered
wasn't it?
already.
Yeah, we should actually not talk about this right now.
Everybody we know would follow that account because it would
Yeah.
be like Blinks Online. It'd be like, yeah,
They know when exactly I woke up every day.
let's play Worms.
It'd be really weird if I signed in at like 2 p.m. They'd be like, "What's he up to?"
Because you're only signed in for like 4.5 minutes. Everybody,
It just signs you out when I'm done.
Gavin's watching Netflix.
Fucking amazing. Oh my god. Yeah, there has to have been someone who's done that by now, right? Like try
I can
to
imagine, yeah.
try to sign in with like a different body part, or just like draw a face on your stomach.
Yeah, listen, going back to the whole thing, like no two pictures of me look alike. My Connect will not recognize me 2 times in a row. It's
What
not-
events are there? Like what machines do
Anything
they
in a
use?
half pipe.
Yeah, well, so they do skateboard stuff on a half pipe. They also have park. And
They do rollerblading in a half pipe. Everything in a half
I
pipe.
don't think rollerblade is actually part of it anymore. But one of the one of the coolest things they have that they don't do anywhere else is a thing called Big Air, which actually like we're watching a clip of it right here. They have this ramp that's basically like a 50 to 75 foot jump. These guys will do on a skateboard over this giant gap, then go up a quarter pipe of the other end and launch like 30, 40 feet in the air above the top of the ramp. I mean, these guys are going like 50, 60 feet up in the air from the flat bottom, and it is incredible.
I think
what
I've
these
seen a YouTube video of someone like breaking their arm doing this,
yeah,
right?
Josh Brown, I think, is what an Australian dude. He actually fell from one of the top of those things and landed on the flat bottom.
Yeah.
and
He landed so hard his shoes flew.
yeah,
That
his
was
shoes
Oh
were
yeah, I saw
flying.
that video. Okay.
And he actually got up in it like after about 5 minutes that he got up and walked off of his own
Do you
power,
think
which is
that-
incredible.
They didn't
but-
help him for 5 minutes.
No, they were
like,
helping
what's
him.
the time limit? Let's see if he gets up.
But
left him out there.
that's one of the things. Like, you're not going to see that anywhere else on the planet. And that's pretty badass.
Do you think it's the highest concentration of GoPros anywhere on the planet?
There was
Quite
a giant
possibly.
GoPro logo in that thing we just watched. It's like it was invented for this.
You know what I've seen, Jack?
I don't get
How
it.
come I've never seen this before?
Uh-oh.
How come I've never seen full pipe? Like
That exists. They
it's a circle.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they go around the top of it?
Yeah.
In the
They'll
skateboard?
do things where it's like a big ramp down and actually do a full circle.
Usually
and
it's
come
just
out
like
of
a
on the other
loop
side.
track and not
Yeah.
an actual cylinder that you
But
just
you'll see like pro or not like street skaters and stuff go to like actual pipes, like
How
actual
would
tubes.
people watch it?
What?
Just a bunch of skaters having fun inside a pipe, and they come out and they're like, "It was great."
It could be a clear pipe.
No.
Don't fucking owe me. You're the fucking moron who couldn't think of it. It
What do you
could
think
be
it's not
acrylic.
capped? You can see through the sides of it. I mean,
Oh. What kind of fucking dick answer was that? Oh.
You're in a bad mood.
I am in a bad mood.
he's got the vinegar
I
tonight.
started thinking about Apple again.
Anyway.
I tried not to fucking think about that
But
goddamn waste of time
there's
live stream.
tons of events they do, and it's pretty badass.
I love to see Gus go to the OSX games. He's like
I'll take the golden spike.
Yeah.
searching in mail.
Like the iPad toss before you can fucking chuck it. Anyway,
I just couldn't care less.
no.
At least there's a lot of that stuff. There's only one that I'm just like, you know what it is, Jack? I get numb to it. It's
Yeah.
like, because before it was like, okay, Tony Hawk was a vert skater and he like revolutionized that and it's cool. It's like, you know, and I don't know the terms for, you know, skating flips and stuff like that, but it's like, then somebody does a full flip and then somebody does a back flip and then somebody does a front double. And then after a while, you're just like, now you guys can just do anything. Like you watch the Supercross guys that do the big
Travis
jumps.
Pastrana and those guys.
Yeah, and they jump 80 feet in the air with a motocross bike, and then they get off the bike in midair, and are running next to it and then get back on it and land.
No, there was a guy who did it.
No
like,
fucking way, man.
You never seen that?
There was a
Yeah,
guy,
but I would never do that.
There was a guy a couple of years ago did a thing called a body varial. So he launched on a ramp and then his bike stayed, like, continued moving. He did a flip in the air and then grabbed his bike and got back on it and kept going.
That's like some FMX shit
That's
from
crazy
Trials
shit.
Fusion.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff in Trials Fusion is stuff that happens in real life.
I went up a
It's,
seesaw.
I'm dead serious, man. It's fucking crazy.
I went up a seesaw on a tiny little kid bike, and it was the most scary thing I've ever done in my life.
You know, it was a big.